Hello, welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. My name is Sibylla and today's subject is we're cool, busy and desperately lonely. One of the best kept secrets in our modern society is what I call the new loneliness. And it's a secret because on the outside we're actually more connected than ever. We have all these social media friends and followers and all this kind of thing. And we're always busy and rushing around and seem to be surrounded by people. So why loneliness? The thing is that actual human connection is often missing from our lives. And you might ask yourself, why is this even relevant to passions and purpose? And I'll tell you, it matters a lot to passions and purpose. First of all, because humans and other humans can help us and inspire us and uplift us. And the other point is that human connection is a basic need, Maslow's pyramid of needs and all that. So it's a basic human need. And when one of our basic needs isn't met, it's very hard to, or almost impossible, to focus on those that come higher up, such as passions and your purpose and things like that, the meaning. So your mission today is to restore the balance in your life. Task number 1 is the question, are you lonely? The change to our society happens so quickly and it is so all-encompassing, so thorough that we have trouble, even now after only 20 years or so, we have trouble remembering what it was like before. And that's why it can be really hard to even recognize that we are indeed lonely. Now, I'm old enough to remember a time before the internet, even before mobile phones. And even although I remember it, I was an adult in those years already, I still have trouble really remembering what it felt like. And I'm the last person to tell you that everything was better back then. There's a lot of nostalgia going on around, and it's false because people forget everything that wasn't so good back then. And the simple fact, I'm just naming one thing, the simple fact that information was so much harder to find. And these days you just go on the internet. I love this. I love modern technology. I love the internet. I'm not one to say that we should go back. Not at all. We just need to become aware of the downsides that came along with it, that we are not equipped to deal with because we never had to deal with this type of downsides before. So we need to start now. But I remember when we actually talked to people. I spoke to my friends every single day. At least twice a week, I would speak with every single one of my friends, and I had quite a few that were nearby. And if I didn't meet them in person, I would speak on the phone. I spent evenings, hours and hours and hours on the phone talking to people. Just not chat, not message, not text, talk. And that's something we don't even, these days when I think of spending an evening on the phone, it's like, oh no, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't like that. We have changed too, along with the technology. But my argument is that not all of that is for the better, which is why I'm saying we need to restore the balance. Now, be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell that to anyone else. I just want you to ask yourself that question. How much meaningful interaction do you have with humans outside of your immediate family? Like, if you live with parents, then parents, siblings, and the like. If you have your own family or live with a partner or live with your children, outside of this immediate family, the immediate surroundings. How much meaningful human interaction do you have? How often do you actually hug a friend? When something amazing happens, what's the first thing you do? Post it on social media, on Facebook or the like, or pick up the phone and tell your bestie? Just ask yourself these questions and don't judge, just figure out where you stand in this. That's task number 1. Task number 2 is called restoring connection. Now, whenever I suggest to one of my coaching clients that they reach out to people, like maybe that they're looking for like-minded people who share their passion, or that they look for help in the household or with other things to create room and space for their passion, there's often a lot of resistance. I think people have just fallen out of the habit of actually interacting with people, with humans. And that is a shame because we think we don't want it anymore, but as soon as something goes wrong in life, this manifests as loneliness, as acute loneliness. Suddenly we feel that lack of human connection in our lives when we're in mourning or when something has gone wrong. So I suggest work on building it up again. Again, I'm not saying throw out online or your modern way of life or your mobile phone. Don't do that. Just restore the balance in favor of the actual human interaction. Barbara Scher has a fantastic way of bringing people together. I'm linking her TED Talk below. I highly recommend you check it out. Even if it's just the first few minutes, it's a pretty long talk. Just listen to the first few minutes. You probably will be hooked. She's fantastic to listen to, and there's so much wisdom in that. And I suggest you do something like that. Maybe just set up a neighborhood group, or bring your group of friends together, just invite them all for a dinner. And then make a point of, by the time you're at dessert, to strike up an actually meaningful conversation. So not to just talk about the latest Netflix series, but to talk about something personal, something that concerns you all, your plans for the future, how happy you are, passions, stuff like that. Really meaningful things. Bring it up, listen, talk, share, connect, and see what that does to you. Obviously, part of this is to reduce your online time. I've said that before, and I'm thinking of actually creating a social media recovery, online recovery program, because that's a huge problem nowadays. But try to reduce the time that you spend online. And also make a point of meeting friends face to face at least twice a week. Just set yourself some mark, like twice a week. At least that often. You need to actually meet somebody that you talk to, and not just these perfunctory meetings between, when you're at home and you just meet to discuss who takes care of what and who takes the kids to school tomorrow. So I'm talking about meaningful social interactions, and if possible, outside your immediate family. Obviously, you should interact with your family meaningfully as well. You should go on date nights and have quality time with the kids and all of this. But I'm talking, expand this circle a little bit and talk to other people in meaningful ways as well, and see what that does to you. Obviously, this goes beyond this video. This is a long-term project, and it will feel very weird at the beginning, but I'm telling you, we did this. People did this for centuries and millennia. You will not die. It's actually good for you. It's actually going to do you very good. I can promise you that. And that brings me to task number 3, which is let me know. I would love to know what you think of this. Are you one of the rare people? I have a couple of friends who still do live in communities and live in ways that connect them more to people, rather than isolating them the way a lot of modern people are isolated. But there are also a lot of people, I also know a lot of people who do struggle with this. And I would love to know where you stand in this, what you think of it, whether you think it's just the modern times, so we need to go with them, or whether you think we should just get rid of technology, or whether you basically agree with me and say we need to find a way to integrate both human connection and the wonders and the advantages of modern technology. Hit the reply button and let me know what you think. If you didn't get the link to this email, to this video in an email, that means you're not part of the Wild Spirits community yet, and you should join us. Go to wildspiritscoaching.com and fill in that little form there. You'll get 1 email per week, so it's 100% spam free. You'll get additional extra articles and information, recommendations of books and other resources, and sometimes you get exclusive offers that are only for my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, or you can Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to the website as well. Thank you for watching.